Have you ever noticed how one single moment can completely throw off your judgment as a man? One fight with your partner makes you question the entire relationship, or one sweet message from an ex makes you forget months of toxic drama. This is recency bias at work, and if you don't learn to spot it, it will keep you repeating the same mistakes in love, in family, and in life. Recency bias is the brain's tendency to give more weight to the most recent event while ignoring the larger pattern. It made sense for survival thousands of years ago. If a lion walked past your camp yesterday, that memory mattered more than the one from last year. But in relationships and modern life, this bias can blind you. It makes the last page look like the whole book. Picture this. A man spends months with a girlfriend who constantly belittles him. She disrespects his goals. She makes him feel small. She plays games. He finally builds up the courage to walk away. But then, right before he leaves, she sends a heartfelt message, apologizes, or shows up acting sweet again. That single moment feels huge. It feels like proof she's changing, but it's not change. It's recency bias pulling him back into the trap. It works in reverse, too. A man can be in a good relationship with a supportive, loyal woman, but one heated argument, one bad day, one mistake, and suddenly he feels betrayed. He forgets years of love and stability because the latest wound feels like the only truth. That's recency bias, magnifying the moment and making men blind to the pattern. Toxic women know how to exploit this. They create what I call recency moments. They'll neglect you, criticize you, or even cheat on you. But then, when you're ready to leave, they flip the script. They cry. They apologize. They show affection. They say exactly what you've been waiting to hear. And because your brain weighs the latest event more than the history, you doubt yourself. You forgive. You go back. This hot and cold cycle is one of the oldest manipulation tactics in the book. It's not love, it's control. One good gesture is used as a cover for months of disrespect. And too many men mistake those rare highs as proof the relationship is worth saving. Here's a story. A man is in a relationship where his girlfriend constantly criticizes him. She mocks his ambitions, calls him names, and flirts with other men. He's ready to end it. But just as he's about to walk out, she suddenly showers him with compliments, posts about him on social media, and tells him he's the best thing that ever happened to her. He feels relief, like he's finally being appreciated, and he convinces himself she's changed. But weeks later, the insults and games return. The sweet words weren't change, they were strategy, a recency moment designed to reel him back in. It happens in family life too. Maybe your father disrespected you for years, but once in a while praised you, and you cling to those rare moments, hoping they erase the damage. Or maybe a brother, coworker, or boss treats you badly most of the time, but occasionally throws you a compliment. That small gesture makes you doubt your memory of the mistreatment. That's recency bias reshaping the story in your mind. Now let's connect this to attachment styles. Men with anxious attachment get hit hardest. When a partner finally shows affection after weeks of distance, it feels like oxygen. They cling to it, even if the long-term pattern is toxic. Avoidant men go the opposite way. One fight, one criticism, and they shut down completely. They forget years of loyalty and walk away too quickly. Even secure men feel recency bias, but those with attachment wounds are especially vulnerable. Recency bias also fuels guilt and self-doubt. One part of you knows the truth of the pattern, but another part clings to the latest moment. You ask yourself, am I overreacting? Am I being unfair? That confusion is exactly what manipulators want, because the more you doubt yourself, the easier you are to control. And here's the kicker. They stack tactics on top of recency bias. Gaslighting convinces you your memory of the past is wrong. Then they hand you a fresh, positive moment to hold on to. Love bombing floods you with attention, only to disappear again, leaving you addicted to the last dose of affection. Intermittent reinforcement, rewarding you unpredictably, thrives on recency bias, because your brain remembers the last reward and convinces you it's proof more is coming. Men fall into this trap in dating all the time. You know the woman isn't right for you. She disrespects you. She plays games. She drains you. But then she sends one sweet late-night text. I miss you. And suddenly you question everything. You forget the disrespect because that one message feels like the only truth. That's recency bias robbing you of clarity. But here's the other danger. Men sometimes walk away from good women too quickly because of recency bias. One argument, one bad night, one disappointment, and suddenly they forget years of loyalty and kindness. They throw away something rare because they're blinded by the sting of the latest moment. Strength means zooming out, seeing the long-term pattern before making a decision. So how do you protect yourself as a man from recency bias? First, track the pattern. Don't rely on memory. Write things down. If you're dating, record how she consistently treats you, not just her highlights. Consistency is the truth. Moments are noise. Second, pause before deciding. Don't let one message, one apology, or one fight dictate the future. Wait. Let the emotions settle. When the heat of the moment fades, the bigger picture becomes clear. Third, get perspective from trusted men. Talk to friends, mentors, or brothers you respect. Ask them, what's the bigger story here? When you're blinded by emotion, another man's perspective can cut through the fog. Fourth, use journaling prompts. Ask yourself, how has she treated me this month compared to last? Are these apologies consistent with real change, or are they temporary? If my best friend told me this story, what would I tell him to do? Your own answers reveal the truth. Fifth, make a red flag checklist. Write down the behaviors you will not tolerate: lying, disrespect, manipulation. When they happen, remember, one good act doesn't erase repeated violations. Sixth, practice balanced memory. Tell yourself, one apology doesn't erase months of neglect, and one fight doesn't erase years of loyalty. A man's strength is in weighing the whole story, not just the last chapter. Finally, set non-negotiable boundaries. Respect is not negotiable. Trust is not negotiable. Loyalty is not negotiable. If someone shows you over and over that they can't meet those standards, don't let recency moments buy back their place in your life. Philosophers understood this long ago. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not be carried away by the impression of the moment." He was reminding himself that the mind exaggerates the now. For men, this is vital wisdom, because if you let one moment redefine the whole, you hand your power away. So pause and reflect. Where is recency bias holding you hostage as a man? Is it the ex who mistreated you but reels you back with, "I miss you"? Is it the boss who disrespects you but throws you one compliment to keep you silent? Is it your own self-image, where one failure makes you forget years of progress? Recency bias is not strength, it's blindness. And as a man, You need clarity. You need to see the full pattern, not just the last performance. Because strength is not in reacting to the moment. It's in leading yourself by truth. So the next time you feel pulled by the power of the now, pause, breathe, ask yourself, what is the bigger story here? Don't hand over your judgment to one gesture or one fight, because manipulators will always try to control the last page, but only you can write the ending. If this message hits home, share your story in the comments. Have you ever stayed too long because of one recency moment? Or walked away too fast because of one bad day? Your reflection could be the reminder another man needs today. And if you want more insights into psychology, manipulation, and the hidden patterns that affect men, subscribe to the Knowledge of Legends. Because a strong man doesn't live by the last page. He sees the whole book, and he has the discipline to walk by truth, not by illusion.